Hello everyone, welcome to MNTV. I'm Janaki, the host of the program. Would like to welcome you all to our audience and viewers watching us from all around the world. Today I'm bringing you up with the inspiring journey of international students exploring their challenges and charms and unique experience. Study in Australia offers enriching experience, and I'm here all the way from a beautiful, vibrant city, Melbourne. Australia offers wide range of university and culture. Today we have international students from various countries in our episode, and we will be having interesting funs and facts. Welcome you all, and let's welcome them with round of applause. So we have Tatiana from Colombia, Hoang from Vietnam, Aisa from Philippines, and Monish Chettty from all the way from Fiji. So how are you all? Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
How are you feeling today? Really excited? Yeah. So as we know that Australia is a hub of international students with different universities and institute, and it's one of the best destiny for study. So I have a few questions. Before that, I would like to all to introduce yourself. So
Eh, Hi, my name is Tatiana. I'm from Colombia. I have been in Melbourne for 2 years, and I'm happy studying here.
Hi everyone, my name is Monish Chettty. I'm from Fiji. I've been in Melbourne for the past 1 year now, and I really like Melbourne and I'm studying at RGIT.
Hi, my name is Aisa Salazar from the Philippines. I just came last May, so I'm pretty much getting used of Melbourne right now.
Hi, I am Will. My full name Vietnamese is Hoang Pham. I'm from Vietnam and I live in Melbourne more than 9 months, and I very like the Melbourne.
great. Yes, we love Melbourne, and Melbourne is a hub and a city with multi-diversity culture and a beautiful food culture as well, and fashion city. And we are live all the way from Melbourne. And today I have few questions to ask. So are you guys excited? And also I have few games for you. So I will be starting with Titan. So, Dia, what motivated you to study abroad?
Um, when I was studying in Colombia, I always wanted to know the world because all my life I studied in Colombia, and I always wanted to learn in English, and I came to learn in English because the official language in Colombia is Spanish, so I wanted to improve my skills in English.
Yes, definitely. It's like opportunity, and also traveling is also fun. That's a wonderful step. And then I hope that you made a wonderful decision and you're loving over here. So similarly with Monish, he's all the way from Fiji. How did you choose your destiny country for applying abroad?
So I chose Australia because I came to Australia in 2018 and 2019 for my holidays. That was just for a month. So when I visited Australia, I really liked this place. And from the beginning, I always wanted to move abroad and study in abroad and settle in abroad. So Australia was one of my favorite countries. So I really liked Australia. So that's why I'm here today. And hopefully everything goes well.
Yes, definitely. And you have choose the right destiny,
Yes.
Melbourne. So Isa, that's the question for you is, how was your application process like studying in Australia?
Well, the application process in Australia is very different from the Philippines, so we do everything on our own, and then we do the interview face to face as well. But when I applied in Australia, we just need to lodge everything on the website. So I think that's one thing that is very different from my country.
Okay, and their agent helped you through?
I have an agent who is also helping me as well.
Yeah, so it was a smooth process.
Very smooth. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, Will, how are you?
I'm good.
So,
I think so.
okay, what were your first impression of a new country?
Fashion is the weather It's different from weather in Vietnam.
Yeah.
The weather in Vietnam is so wet, and in the Melbourne is more dry. Yeah, and the second is people. The people in Melbourne is very friendly.
So how do you find housing? Somebody help you, or you had booked? You have any relatives? Is it difficulties coming to a new country, finding the housing?
So I'm very lucky because my grandparents live in Melbourne, and my sister also live here, and they help me everything.
That's wonderful. Yes, in studying and then struggling is also, but we have certain partners who help with the accommodation for the students as well. So if you are looking to, feel free to comment down for us, and we are happy to help international students. So to you, Aisa, what challenges did you face initially when you landed here in Australia?
Probably first would be the slang language. I am not really used to hearing Australian accent very frequently, although my niece is speaking English, but my current work is actually not giving me the opportunity to actually fluently speak English. So I think that's one challenge that I am still experiencing as of the moment, but I'm getting there. I'm getting used to, hearing the Australian accent.
Okay. So Monish, how did you overcome homesickness?
So for me, I did miss my family a lot when I came here, but luckily I have my auntie and my uncle here who's my dad's sister. So I didn't feel that much of homesickness, but they were here to support me emotionally. So, but still somehow or the other, you miss your family back home.
Right. Yes, we do miss, like, we are here all the way overseas. And of course, we miss our family, but it's also a destiny that we have. And Australia has great opportunity, and we are here for career oriented, and wishing you all a good luck. And to all the students, definitely we suffer a lot of homesickness, but it's a time to study harder and overcome to it. So to you, Dia, how different is the education comparing to your home country?
The education is very different because in the first hand, the language, English, is very different because here I came to know people from many countries, and I always ask them and they answer me that it's normal for they grow up practicing English. But in Colombia is opposite because always speaking in Spanish, and for the education and English skills is very basic in Colombia. Was a challenge for me. Came to a country far away, but at the same time it's exciting to know to people, to know the cultures. It all is different, but it's very good.
Yeah, I think from hearing you, we can really understand how the difference she made it. And she's such a confident right now and speak in all the media, and wishing you all much more, good, better. And I'm wishing you all good luck. So now we have some entertainment and also intelligent test for you all, as you all are student here. So I'm going to ask some questions to you all about fun facts about Australia, Melbourne. So I'm gonna start with Aisha. Are you ready? Okay. Which annual sporting event held at Melbourne Park is one of the 4 Grand Slam tennis tournaments?
Australian Open.
Oh, congratulations. Wonderful. That's really good. Okay. So I think all are really intelligent students here. Okay. Now I would like to ask the questions to Will. Are you ready, Will? All the
I'm
way
ready.
from Vietnam. Vietnam, okay. What is the name of the river that flows through the heart of Melbourne?
The Zara River.
It's absolutely correct, but it's just not Sara, it's the Yarra River,
Yarra,
maybe
yeah.
pronunciation. So yeah, give round of applause to Will. And I've seen everybody here is very intellectual students. Okay, now I would like to ask Tatiana, what public transport system is Melbourne famous for, featuring one of the largest network in the world?
The Melbourne tram
Oh,
network.
wow, congratulations. So yeah, that's what I see, yeah. Okay, now, Monish, we have all the way from Fiji. What is the name of Melbourne famous open-air market that has been operated since 1878?
It's the Victoria Market.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely right. So yes, cheers to all. So yeah, I have a gift. So this one is for you all. So UIA, thanks for sponsor. So this is for you all. So now we are back to few questions that we have for you as the remaining. I wanna know about how do you manage your finance while you're studying abroad?
So I manage my finance. I'm working part time, so I have a part time job, and through that, I'm able to pay my fees and my other expenses as well.
So do you get any finance support from your home as well, or you pay the fee by yourself?
My family is always there to support me, but I try and manage everything by my own. So luckily that I have a part time job, so which is very much supportive. Yeah.
And the restriction that we have now for 24 hours
Yeah,
per week,
yeah.
do you think that is it enough for international students?
I
or-
don't think that's enough because 24 hours is not a lot, and we don't earn much in 24 hours because everything's expensive here. You have to pay for everything, especially the fees and our expenses. For example, the rent is very expensive as well, and our expenses like food, bus fare, and everything. It's quite a lot of expenses, and 24 hours really doesn't cover that. So students are a bit struggling, but they're managing somehow because they're working towards their future, and after struggle I think the future will be brighter for them.
And the current restrictions with the students and the visa ratios is pretty low than the any other year, and they have make a new rule with PR pathway and
Yeah,
stuff. So
yeah.
what do you think on that?
So I think they should remove the restriction because there are many other students from many countries who would like to move abroad and study and pursue their career in education. So I think they should remove this restriction or maybe lower it a bit. So students like or people from other countries who get moved to Australia or even like any other country and study and make their future, make have a good career here.
Okay, Aisa, do you think that the government of Australia announced that the major reasons of international migrants is the housing problem and have created a lot of difficulties with Australians? So, what do you have any thoughts about it? What do you want to share on that note?
For me, luckily, I live with my brother, so I am really not that affected with high housing fees or apartment fees in Australia. But I've seen the news that a lot of not even students but also Australians are really struggling with housing and their finances. So I think they would like also to consider lowering the housing fees, not only for Australians but also for students like us.
Is it a good decision that the government made restricting the students, international migrant here in Australia, to look after the Australian citizens? What do you think on that note?
Probably currently the population of migrant students in Australia is rapidly increasing. So I think the government would just like to control the population, not necessarily meaning prioritizing Australians over migrant students. Hopefully, over time, if everything goes well, they will be able to, bring back the opportunity for migrant students to actually easy way for us to come to Australia and build our future here.
Okay, to you. Okay, have you made friends from different countries here?
Yes, yes, I like that because I have known people from India, Thailand, Vietnam, Singapore. Is a lot of countries here. I think this country is multicultural, and I have had the opportunity to know cultures, and it's impressive for me. I have a lot of friends from different countries.
So, what's your plan to be staying here or leaving back to your country? What is your future plans?
But for the moment, I have a student visa for 2 years, and I would like to stay here because I think it's a great country with many opportunities. However, I miss my family, but I'm thinking for the moment. But I enjoy the process.
Okay. Will, I believe that most of the students coming here, they not only come for study, but they also look for settlement. That's the reasons government have make a strict restrictions on the students, and even a lot of genuine students couldn't make it up, especially after the change of July. We have strictly prohibited for visitors coming here in Australia in 600 cannot change anymore to student visa. So what about from Vietnam? Most of the students come here for study purpose only, or also they look for the settlement, and that has really affected education market in Australia.
In my opinion, everyone want to come to Australia because Australia have a high education system, and everyone want to learn English in the English environment. Because in Vietnam, English learn is not focused in the school. We have one or two lesson English. 1 week, and the second, in Australia everyone can earn money easier than Vietnam, I think so.
Yeah. That's a genuine thing. Yeah. So that's the reasons the government have make strictly regulations on terms of students. I personally felt that as a country, they really need to think about their country as well. But the students' numbers has been decreasing recently, and because of the migrations that has allowed any students from any country coming unnecessary, which is not skill prioritized. That's why the government might having restriction right now, but hopefully in the coming days, we have still a processing for the student applications, and we are getting students, and then hopefully it makes much better way for the genuine students to come in Australia, because Australia is a beautiful country with beautiful culture and top university in the world, and the deserving students must get an opportunity to come and studying here, and that's why they might be categorizing the GT process, checking the right and genuine student from each country. And it doesn't mean that they are not giving the visas. They are allowing students to study and process in Australia, but it's just that the genuine students are getting the visas. So, Monish, how do you handle any barriers here in terms of financially, in terms of language, in terms of any adjustments?
So in terms of language, I think I'm able to manage because in Fiji we used to speak English, and mostly everyone speaks English here, so that's very easy to understand. And financially, is so I've got as I said, I live with my auntie and my uncle. So financially, if there's anything, then they're always there to support me. But it's lucky that we have even though it's 24 hours, but we are still allowed have a job, and then through that job money we can afford to pay our rent, our school fees, our other expenses. So these are the main things, yeah. But otherwise there wasn't any big barrier, any other issues that I had to face, yeah.
Thank you, Monish. What's your future plan? What's your plan after studying here in Australia?
So my future plan is to get education here in Australia and get more qualified. So my plan is to get settled here. But if I don't, then always back in my country, Fiji, I'd like to go and help use my knowledge and my qualification from here and use it back in my country.
Okay. Isa, what's your future plan after studying in Australia?
Well, I always want to teach. So whatever knowledge that I get here from studying, I wanted to share it to the people back home. So I want to teach and probably build my own business there. But of course, if I'll have the opportunity to come back and study again here and probably settle, then that would be second of my options.
That's wonderful. How about the Will? What's your plan after studying, getting your degree here in Australia? What's your future plans?
I have some goal. The first, when I finish RGIT, I will come back to Vietnam with my knowledge I learn here.
Where you see yourself after 10 years? Any imagination that you have made, then after 10 years, I will be in the moon, not maybe in the moon, but yes, somewhere. What's your, you think so?
Maybe hope I have a good job, and when I have a good job, I have more money, and I have a reason to come back to Australia for another day.
Yeah, first, very important is money is important. Wherever we are, it is through the education, as we know that Education is the passport to future, and tomorrow belongs to those who prepare it from today. So they are here in the best destiny in Melbourne, and then definitely, as Will said, education is priority. Once we get education, it's very important to have money. True. That's why we've been working. I'm closely working with the students to create an opportunities to have a trade and opportunity where we have satisfaction, but within having a positive mindset, working hard, and that leads getting your money with the hard work that's worth it, and that way can get an inner peace. And definitely having an connection globally. We are a globalized citizen, and it's a land of opportunity. It's a small globalized citizen. Hopefully we might see you sometime in other city working as a CEO head or manager. So definitely I like to wish you all best wishes for your future, and thank you so much for coming up and sharing your experience with MNTV. So thank you, audience, to all watching us, and definitely we will be again with another episode with more interesting facts and fun. So thank you for watching us. Bye bye. Thank you to all our sponsors for supporting Study Destiny Education and Visa Service, Evolve Education and Migration, RGIT, URA, Barista Course Melbourne, and supporting Janaki Global Foundation, WSD Australia.